What's up, guys? My name is Matthew, and we are reading my most anticipated book of the year, Survive the Night by Riley Sager. I have finished the book. This vlog will contain spoilers, so cut off if you don't want spoilers, because I'm just gonna rant. This book was not good. Riley Sager is one of probably my favorite thriller author, so I had such high expectations, but if you continue along with this vlog, you're gonna see that this vlog is a complete roast of this book. It was painfully just not good. Our protagonist was probably the most irksome person in the entire world. And also, our protagonist suffers with extreme mental illness. I guess it's mental illness. She has visions in her head and she doesn't know what's real. And throughout this vlog, it might sound like I'm making fun of her. I'm not making fun of her. I'm more making fun of Riley Sager for copping out and using that as a literary style technique, because it was just unnecessary and just so, like this book was so bad. But I wasn't gonna post this because I was like, I don't want to post something negative, but I was rewatching my video of my thoughts, and I am sassy and bitchy, and anyone who did not like this book and just wants to watch my reactions to how bad the twists and turns of this book are, please stick around. That being said, I do love Riley Sager, and I will read any book he comes out with, but, you know, they can't all be winners. And this was not a winner. No, but really, please don't watch this unless you read this book and you really didn't like it, because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And you have to be okay with weird camera angles, because this is all shot on my phone like this. Also, if you stick around, you're going to get to see me in a dress. I will explain later. All right, let's get started. So I'm only about 20 pages in, but we've met our main protagonist, Charlie. And she already seems a bit off in the sense that apparently she has visions or movies that play in her head, and she's supposed to be taking medicine, but within the first 5 pages, she throws all of her pills away. So we're already being kind of set up with that she's probably an unreliable narrator. She's showing like severe signs of paranoia just within the first 20 pages of her questioning whether she should get in the car with this guy, Josh. It's so weird. It's also set in the 1990s, because I was like, why didn't she just Google him or look at his Instagram? But I guess in the 1990s, you didn't have that. So you just had to trust random men who offered to give you a ride in the middle of the night. Okay, sure. We learned that her friend Maddie recently was murdered on campus. I'm really hoping that the protagonist, Charlie, isn't actually involved in the murder, or she forgot because she sees visions and she's not taking the medication she's prescribed. I hope that's not the route this book takes, but we shall see. All right, I'm on page 50, and my thoughts are this. I don't like the protagonist. Or it's not even that I don't like her. She's just really poor, pitiful me. And everything she says is just so negative and paranoid. And I found this line in the book that I think perfectly sums her up. It says, "And for Charlie, the bedrock truth is that she thinks she deserves to have something awful happen to her." And that's exactly the vibe I'm getting from her, is that she is one of those people who just likes to feel poor, pitiful me, pity party, my life sucks. And so far, in the 50 pages, all she's done is talk about the dead girl Maddie and how great Maddie is and how attractive Maddie is and how outgoing Maddie is and how she is just, poor me. I'm not as social. I'm not as pretty. And honestly, I think we're supposed to be scared of Josh, the person driving her. But in my opinion, Charlie, the protagonist, I'm more concerned about. She was like, oh yeah, I like make up things in my head and I have hallucinations. And I have hallucinations. Is that how you say that word? That's embarrassing. Anyway, and Josh is just like, oh, cool. Like, if I'm sitting in a car with a stranger and they tell me they hallucinate, like, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's great. Can't wait to drive 8 hours with you, stranger. Where it ended, we find out that Charlie, our protagonist, is the reason her friend Maddie got murdered. And it's been kind of hinting to that the whole time, because there's been little lines like, Oh no. We don't know why she got murdered, but we're about to find out. But, you know, up to page 50, it's all right. I mean, it's not terrible. I'm still reading. I just really don't like Charlie. I feel like Riley Sager's, all of his protagonists are always female. They always have at least one dead relative. They're always, life kind of sucks. But normally, I like the protagonist. But so far, I do not like this protagonist. It's kind of reminding me of Final Girls by Riley Sager. It's kind of reminding me of Final Girls by Riley Sager because I remember that I could not stand that protagonist. All I remember from that book is I know who the killer is and I know that the girl had Xanax and grape juice and it was said on every single page of that book. Okay, but I digress. So I'm going back in. But in all seriousness, this girl, Charlie, is very unwell. Like, it's very concerning. And honestly, this book could go in any direction because these movies in her head, I mean, is anything even real? Like, talk about an unreliable narrator. I mean, this is unreliable narrator to the 10th degree. I really need to work on these angles because I've been doing this and that's like not cute. Anyway, I guess I just finished part 1. I'm really confused to how this book is broken up because the chapters I don't understand and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to understand. They say int.gran am night. I don't know if I'm supposed to know what that means, or maybe that's part of the book, or I'm just stupid and I don't know what that means. But we just realized that Josh is not the driver's real name. It's actually Jake. I have just like, so there's a moment where Josh goes inside to buy them coffee, and she's thinking, oh, I probably should go in because it's polite. I'm like, no, you should probably go in there because, you know, if he wanted to rape and kill you, all we have to do is put something in your coffee and you're not in there to watch him get you some coffee and you don't know him. But I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm enjoying this. I mean, honestly, she might be having a mental movie in her head and none of this is real. Maddie might not be real. Josh might not be real. I might not be real. I'm in a mood. Maybe I should come back to this later. It's really not bad or anything. I hate when people make stupid decisions, and I don't necessarily not trust Josh. I don't think Josh has done anything except lie about his name. And like, who hasn't done that before? Not me at 3 a.m. in the middle of the night at a club. There's a part where Charlie asks him, oh, like, how long have you been a student at this school they go to? And he's like, oh, no, I'm not a student. And then she's thinking in her head, oh, he does look about 15 years older than me. Like, oh, now you're realizing this person looks 15 years older than you? I mean, not that, you know, you can go to college and be an older, not straight out of high school, but still, it's just like, oh, it just dawned on you that this person is significantly older than you. And that probably has no relevance to the plot at all, but what? Like, you silly girl. And you can tell Riley Sager did his homework for this book because he is constantly making references to make sure that you know that this book is set in 1991. I mean, I'm not really normally this sassy. I mean, I am, but I'm like really sassy tonight. Wait, Charlie just says, I'm certainly not going to drink from this coffee cup. That's 101 for women. Well, yeah, duh. Like, why didn't you realize this before? Has this vlog turned into a roast? Well, it looks like she made up the fact that he's lying about his name because she went and checked his license again, and it's back to Josh. What is true and what is false? Wait, okay, take a break from the book. So I'm from New Orleans, and every year there's this event called Red Dress Run, and everyone wears a red dress. Man, women, straight, gay, it's everyone gets into it. Everyone loves it. So I have 2 dress options, and I want you to pick which one I should wear. Okay, so the first one is very like Ice Princess, like Hayden Panettiere and Michelle Trachtenberg and Ice Princess. You know, all those vibes. And then one is kind of like Cheetalicious vibes, I think. I don't know. So I'm gonna post pictures and like, let me know which one you think I should wear for Red Dress Run. And it's like really important what your red dress is because like people judge you on how good you look in your red dress. Okay, thanks. Okay, now that I'm sharing like really weird, embarrassing things, I'm going on a bachelorette trip for one of my friends who has red hair, and all the girls and me, you know, the token gay, are wearing we are wearing red wigs. So here's a picture of me in my red wig. Enjoy. So this vlog is me making fun of Riley Sager's book and making fun of myself because, you know, let's just have fun with it. I literally am so motivated to read, and then, of course, you know, Gabby Reed has to post a 30-minute long reading vlog. Like, how am I supposed to get through my TBR if you keep posting vlogs? Just kidding, I'm excited, I love watching your vlogs.
Past 11:30 at night right now. I have not read anything. I had a lovely dinner with my parents and
Also, I'm so sorry, I know this vlog is terrible. It's literally me just in my bed on various nights bitching about this book. Sorry, I'll try to do better. So they're at the rest stop, and like, who cares at this point? But I have a question. So when you use the restroom, yes, I'm starting this question with that. When you use the restroom, do you push open all the stalls to make sure no one's hiding in them? Or is that just me? No, just me, I'm crazy. Okay, well, a person in the book did it too, so I'm not the only crazy person, and you should probably do that too. I do that at work. I do that everywhere. I mean, unless I know there like is someone in the bathroom, then I'm not opening their stalls. This reading vlog has gotten so weird. OMG, we just found out that Josh is bad. It kind of switched to his perspective, and apparently Charlie hasn't been hallucinating some things. He's just been tricking her into thinking that she is. And he keeps mentioning his deadbeat father. He only got his looks from his father. So I'm guessing, this is my guess, that the father of Josh, Jake, I don't even know his name, is involved with Charlie. I could be so wrong. But maybe it's to do with the parents dying in a car crash, dad, something, you know, I don't know. But he's bad, apparently, and he is going after Charlie for a specific reason, but we don't know why yet. Just got my hair did. It usually takes about a week to look normal. It always looks too short right when I get it. But I had a realization for the chapter names, how they're like INT-EXT, it's interior, exterior, almost like how a screenplay or like a script for a movie, it'll say like interior scene, exterior scene, and Charlie sees movies in her head, so this book is kind of laid out like a movie. So maybe none of it's real. Maybe she's in a movie. Maybe who knows? But I think that's the point of the chapters. And I didn't figure it out until I was listening to the audiobook on the way to my haircut. And I actually heard the narrator say interior scene, exterior. I don't think they said scene. They said interior, exterior. And the book itself just says INT-EXT. But when I heard someone say it out loud, it sounded much more like a movie script. Also, you know how when you're watching a movie, a like really stupid movie, like a horror film, and the main character keeps doing really dumb things, and you're like, what could possibly be going through their brain? Well, that's what this book is. But you actually get to see what she's thinking, and she's really, really not bright. Or I don't know. I mean, the police have tried to help her. 2 random women have tried to help her. She's like, no, I can't accept their help. Like, what? And she thinks he's the school killer, but she's like, this is so dumb. She just stabbed him and he's dying. Okay. Interior, Matthew's apartment. Okay, so now he's stitching up his stab wound, don't worry. First twist, the diner girl, Marge, is really bad. And Josh or Jacob, what the fuck his name is, works for her. Woo. A lot has happened. Marge is actually the dead girl Maddie's grandma out for revenge, or wants answers because Charlie was there the night that she was killed. And it is so ridiculous what's going on, the fight scenes. We also learned that Josh is not bad. And I will say, the second we found out that Josh is not bad and then he was just there working for Marge to get Charlie to come so that Marge could talk to Charlie, I was like, oh, so Robbie, the boyfriend's bad. Because there's literally 3 people in this book. And so Charlie's there trying to escape Marge. This lodge burns down. She finally escapes with Robbie. And then, she finds the teeth of the missing girls in Robbie's car. Why did you do it? Because they think they're special and they aren't. Me and you are special, Charlie. I'm like, what? This is so stupid. So I just finished Survive the Night. So it was a movie, and we were watching the movie version of the real life that happened to Charlie. So that's why all the interior, exterior was like movie, it was a script. And we were watching the movie version of what really happened, if that makes sense. That was probably poorly articulated. This book was not Riley Sager's best. Actually, it was probably his worst so far. But, you know, like I said, it's okay. And I hope that I didn't offend anyone with my sass and my jokes. But I think I was so hard on it because he is my favorite thriller author. And I just thought it was really silly and just not his best work. I still don't fully understand why Charlie had to be creating movies in her head and be so unreliable, and that really threw me off to where I couldn't even enjoy the book because I thought it was all just a joke. I didn't know what to believe. If it wasn't Riley Sager, I probably wouldn't have thought the twists were so silly. I'll probably end up giving it a 3-star. Did I like it? No. Was it the worst book I ever read? No. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you again on another vlog. And hopefully I like the next book. Shit.